Secrets of the Glass Tower. In a land where the sea kissed the cliffs with frothy waves and the skies painted hues of gold and lavender, there stood a glass tower. It pierced the heavens like a crystal needle, shimmering in the sun, glowing under the moonlight, and curiously, always silent. No one in the kingdom of Eldoria knew who built it or why. The tower was ageless, as though it had stood for centuries. Yet no one remembered seeing it being constructed. It was said that within the tower lay secrets. Powerful secrets that could bend the fate of any who dared to uncover them. Many tried. Brave adventurers, reckless treasure hunters, and even skilled mages approached its gleaming doors. But the moment they touched the glass, they vanished. Gone, as if the tower consumed them, leaving behind only whispers carried by the wind. One day, a young woman named Elara arrived in Eldoria. She was no adventurer, no mage. She was quiet, thoughtful, and possessed a heart as pure as the stars. She had no family, no home. Just an old map passed down through generations, inked with cryptic symbols, leading her to the glass tower. Elara was different. She didn't seek power or riches. She sought answers. The night she arrived, a dense fog rolled over the kingdom, wrapping the tower in a cloak of mystery. As she approached, the tower loomed before her, its surface reflecting her image back at her. A reflection not of a girl, but of a woman she had yet to become. Taking a deep breath, she placed her hand upon the glass, bracing for whatever might happen. But instead of vanishing, the glass rippled beneath her touch, like the surface of a tranquil pond. A door appeared, translucent and inviting. With a single step she was inside. The interior of the glass tower was unlike anything Elara had ever seen. The walls were made of shimmering glass, yet they weren't cold. The air hummed softly, and the floors glowed with a gentle light. Before her stretched a spiraling staircase, each step made of pure crystal. With no other path to take, she began to climb. As she ascended, the tower revealed its secrets. The first level was a garden of memories. Each flower bloomed with a scene from the past, some joyful, others sorrowful. Elara watched as people's lives played out in petals of light, but there was one flower that stood out from the rest. It showed a woman regal and fierce, standing at the base of the tower with eyes full of sorrow. Elara knew this was important, but she couldn't linger. The second level was a hall of mirrors. Each mirror reflected not her current self, but possible versions of who she could become. Warrior, queen, scholar, and even a hermit living in the wilderness. The mirrors spoke, tempting her with choices. "Who do you wish to be?" they whispered. But Elara knew her path was not one of ambition. She pressed on. The higher she climbed, the more the tower tested her heart and her resolve. At the final level, there was only a single door, and behind it, the truth. Inside, a figure waited. Neither man nor woman, old nor young. They sat upon a throne made of glass, eyes like starlight, and spoke in a voice that echoed through time. "You seek the truth of the glass tower," they said. "But the truth is not something I can simply give. You must discover it for yourself." Elara stepped forward. "I seek to understand why the tower calls to me." The figure's eyes softened. "The tower was not always glass," they explained. "Once, it was a place of stone, a fortress built by a queen long forgotten. She desired knowledge above all else, but in her pursuit, she turned cold, distant from her people. Her heart became as glass, fragile, transparent, yet distant. The tower reflected her soul. When she vanished, the tower became a symbol of lost wisdom and unspoken desires." Elara felt a pang of recognition. The woman in the garden? She was the queen, the figure confirmed. And like her, many who come to the tower seek answers, but what they truly seek is themselves. Elara pondered this. The tower wasn't a place of secrets. It was a place of reflection, of truth hidden in plain sight. Those who vanished were not lost. They were consumed by their own unwillingness to face who they truly were. "And what about me?" Elara asked softly. "What do I seek?" The figure smiled, their form shimmering as if made of the tower itself. "You, Elara, are not here for answers. You are here to listen, to understand. The tower does not consume those who come with open hearts. You are its keeper now, its storyteller. It is through you that the tower's wisdom will live on. As the figure faded, the tower shifted around her. The glass no longer felt cold. It was warm, alive. And Alara understood her purpose. The glass tower was not a place of mystery to be solved. It was a living story, one that changed with every soul who entered. And now it was her story to tell. From that day forward, the glass tower stood not as a beacon of fear, but of wonder. People no longer came to seek power, but to seek themselves. And Alara, the keeper of the tower, greeted them with a kind smile, knowing that within its walls, they would find not what they wanted, but what they needed. And so, the secrets of the glass tower were no longer hidden. They were written in the hearts of all who dared to climb its spiral stairs. Subscribe the channel to get new story.